We begin with the severe weather that tore through the tri-state area overnight, taking down trees and power poles, leaving tens of thousands of people without electricity.
In New Rochelle, a tree came crashing down on a little girl who was out trick-or-treating with her mom.
And tonight, that 9-year-old is hospitalized with serious injuries to her lower body.
CBS 2's Tony Aiello live in New Rochelle tonight with more. Tony.
6:30 last night, this neighborhood was packed with happy kids out trick-or-treating. But the winds were gusting up to 37 miles an hour. And on Halloween night, residents' fears about this tree came true. Still pictures capture the scene, but can't fully portray the fright that gripped the Beachmont Woods neighborhood after the wind brought down a tree on top of a trick-or-treater.
And I realized there was a girl pinned underneath a big branch. I just lifted the branch up, threw it off of her, and just stabilized her neck.
Rod Abdallah was among the adults who came to the aid of 9-year-old Alessia O'Kane. He visited her in the hospital Friday afternoon and says when he aided her Halloween night,
she could feel her legs, but I think her body was in shock. That's why she couldn't, she wasn't, because she would go from crying to not crying to crying to just being okay.
She was frightened. She was scared and in pain.
Kathleen Gardner rents the home at 4 Maywood Road and had major concerns about the tree, seen here a few weeks ago. It didn't sprout leaves this year, and neighbors feared it was a danger. Fear justified Thursday night. You can see the Halloween candy scattered on the ground in the panic after Alicia was struck.
It's horrifying. It's everybody's worst nightmare.
The tree towered over a school bus stop and threatened adjacent power lines. It had been marked for removal weeks ago. The city of New Rochelle says it was pushing Con Ed to remove the top of the tree near the wires so it could take down the rest. Permits had been issued. City Manager Chuck Strom saying in a statement, quote, Con Ed's catastrophic failure to address these conditions in a timely fashion should lead to a fundamental reevaluation of its entire process for ensuring safety around trees in urgent need of maintenance.
Clearly there was a delay in taking this tree down, and I find that irresponsible.
A lot of neighbors here in Beachmont Woods sharing that sentiment tonight. For its part, Con Ed is expressing concern for Alessia and her family. This little girl has major injuries to her lower extremities. The utility and City Hall held a conference call this afternoon to discuss the very big backlog of trees in New Rochelle that need to be trimmed. Residents hope this sad situation is a spur to greater action. Live in New Rochelle, New York, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Tony, thank you.